The more that you try to protect yourself, keep up walls, hide your heart from a man to avoid getting hurt, the more that you're going to actually end up getting hurt. The more that you're going to create a self-fulfilling prophecy where you attract the weak, emasculated men who are not in integrity into your life, and they are going to hurt you over and over again. And the more that you're going to repel the healthy, loving, devoted, masculine men, the protective men, right out of your life, where you're not even going to even know that they exist, and they're certainly not going to want to claim you. I'm going to talk in this video about why this is happening and what you can do to shift this so that you can attract the best kind of man for you. The kind of man who is going to keep your heart safe. The kind of man whose masculine instinct is fully online, whose priority is to be thoughtful, to be considerate, to be better for you every single day, to make sure that you are happy and to make sure that you are feeling so much ease to just be able to let go and be your beautiful, vulnerable self. Before we do that, I'm going to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Zach Rohde. I'm here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below. Hit the notification bell and be sure to like this video because, of course, I'm going to make sure it's a really good one for you. So the masculine instinct is to be protective of a woman. When a man's masculine instinct is online, he wants to protect his woman's heart, he wants to be thoughtful, he wants to be anticipating her needs. The problem is that the men whose masculine instinct is fully online are not going to be attracted to a woman or inspired to want to claim her, be with her, or even go on a date with her when she is guarding herself, when she is hiding her heart, when she is protecting herself in any kind of way. Because the masculine instinct is attracted to women who are fully in their feminine, who fully let go of control, whose hearts are being worn 100% on their sleeves. Those are the kind of men that you want, but if you're protecting yourself in any kind of way, it's like, I'll just make sure that he's masculine first before I let down my guards. Well, he's not going to be attracted to you. And worse, he might not even come into your orbit in the first place. So if you've ever said as a woman, like, where are all the masculine men? Like, they just don't seem to exist. I'm not going on any dates with them. I don't even know where they are. I don't even know if I've ever met one. I mean, that's tragic. Like, it is so horrible that any woman could ever experience that kind of reality, because that's like such an unsafe reality. To not have masculine men around you, to not have healthy masculine men in your life, to not have healthy masculine men that want to date you and be in a relationship with you. But if you are that kind of woman who doesn't experience masculine men, well, it's because you're pushing them away by being more guarded, by being more shut down. They're not even coming into your field at all because there's nothing that you are exhibiting that is attractive to them. And they're going to be able to choose whatever women they want. So which women are they going to choose? They're going to be choosing the ones who are able to access their feminine energy the easiest. And then that leaves you in a very unpleasant, painful, self-fulfilling prophecy where what men are left? Well, weak emasculated men who are not going to take care of you. And then you're going to date them. And then they're going to disappoint you over and over again. They're going to be leaking their energy out of the container. They're going to be looking at other women. They're going to be breaking their words. They're not going to be anticipating your needs. They're not going to be stepping up to make your life easier. They might be suggesting like, hey, maybe we'll start going 50-50 on these dates. They're men that just make your life harder, and worse, that hurt you, that wound you. Right? Because when you start to really like a man, well, you start to slowly let the guards down around your heart, only to be disappointed because he's not able to properly protect that heart, either when you're communicating your heart or just in general, right? Just in life in general. He just isn't the kind of man in integrity to be able to hold that responsibility. So you end up getting hurt over and over again. And then, of course, when you get hurt, what happens? It's like you learn the message, okay, it's not safe to be vulnerable. It's not safe to let my walls down. So you keep your walls up even more, which means that the kind of men that you really want to attract, they're even less interested in you. And so you've created this self-fulfilling prophecy for yourself. You've created this prison for yourself where you're not attracting the kind of devotion and protection that you need. And now you might be thinking, because I can understand what a woman might be thinking here. It's like, yeah, but when I am with a really healthy masculine man, I'm able to be in my feminine. And yes, that may be true to an extent. However, think about this. If you have trouble being in your feminine and being vulnerable, unless you're with the most masculine man possible, do you think that you're going to be as feminine with him, be in yourself, as much in your self-worth with him, have your heart as on your sleeve with him as a woman who's just naturally able to do that all the time with everybody, right? Even with emasculated men. She just wears her heart on her sleeve no matter who she's with. I've met women like this. I have met women who are just so feminine innately, even when a man or even when I am not showing up perfectly. And they are just naturally attracting that masculine kind of devotion very quickly, very easily. And they can be in their feminine in a much deeper way than a woman who is, in her head, guarded, more shut down, disconnected from herself, who's protecting herself all the time. So you need to make a decision here. You need to decide to be feminine all the time, to be courageous enough to be feminine all the time. Because what's actually happening is you are being dependent on really masculine men, the elusive masculine man that you're not able to attract, for you to be feminine. So you're basically saying, I can't be myself unless the conditions are perfect for me to be myself. Do you know how disempowering that is? And that's a horrible way to live. I feel genuine compassion for you. And I have so many clients that start this way as well, right? So protective, have never really fully been themselves and just been fully open because they're waiting for that safety. They don't know how to create that safety for themselves. And then, of course, they don't know how to attract that safety, right? So the safety never comes. That's a horrible way to be. And I don't want that to be the life that you live. And it doesn't have to be the life that you live. You can have so much better for you. But you need to decide to be courageous and to start consciously moving through your fear over and over again to let down the walls around your heart. And that can start as something really simple, like just sharing basic feelings with a man, like on a first date, starting right away. Like when you feel sad or when you feel anxious or when you feel needy, you just share. And the way that I teach in my academy program to students is just, an I feel statement. I feel sad, or I feel angry, or I feel shame, or whatever. And it's not just about the words, right? Because you can share those words from your head, and that's not going to really land for a man. A man who's in his masculine needs to really feel the feeling. But of course, when you're practicing this early on, you might not be able to be fully in your body because you don't have that safety yet. You don't know how to feel safe actually feeling the feeling, and certainly not with your walls down where a man is also seeing it and feeling it with you. That's okay. You got to start somewhere. Just make the I feel statements. Share your unmet needs. Ask for the help and the support and the clarity and everything that you need. What we teach in our academy is to make permissive requests. May I have some help, or may I have some time with you, or may I have a hug, or whatever it is. May I share my feelings? You're asking permission for what you want, and that's a very vulnerable act as well, right? So the more that you use feminine communication, the more that you will start to feel the walls around your heart lower. You will feel more vulnerable. And of course, if you don't have that safety built up in yourself, it's going to feel, we'll call it unsafe, which isn't a real feeling, but there's going to be this perceived lack of safety. But it's just it's a comfort zone like anything else, right? When I first started public speaking, did I feel fully safe to do that? No, I felt anxious. I felt like, oh my God, I'm going to get rejected. But guess what? I did it anyway. And then I did it again and again. And now I can get on camera, I can go live, or I can do it in front of an audience. I just feel fine. I don't feel any fear. And vulnerability is the same thing. It's like you need to expand your comfort zone. And what is not in your comfort zone is you being a vulnerable feminine woman just with whoever you are with. Your comfort zone is to be guarded. It is to, and you still don't even feel comfortable being guarded, obviously, but at least you feel more comfortable than having the walls totally down. So when you are courageous, when you shift through this fear, you're going to start attracting a different type of man. You're going to start attracting the type of man who wants to be protective of your heart. And the more that you attract those kind of men, and the more that you attract that protective behavior from men, even men who aren't perfect, who are a little bit more emasculated, it's going to create a positive feedback loop where you're going to feel more and more safe to open up and to be vulnerable. And there will come a day where you're able to just operate in the world with your guards fully down, and you are attracting devotion and provision and masculine men wherever you go. That's what I want to help you with. And if you would like help learning how to do that, you want my support, fantastic. Go below this video, open up the description, click on relationshipyourdreams.com, the link that's there. Watch the video on the next page. And then if it feels right for you, book a call with me. I would love to speak with you. And I'll see you there.